Ducati. They're the kings of hard charging, high revving, low slung superbikes, right? Well, not anymore apparently, because they've just made this, the Xdiavel V4, a comfortable, feet forward cruiser. That's never gonna work. That's like Ferrari building an SUV.
Except it kinda does. This is Ducati off script, a bike built by rebels who maybe wanted a break from the fire and fury of sports bikes. The Xdiavel is the follow-up to the similarly styled Diavel 1260, but with a more relaxed riding position, a less sporty posture, and a focus on sport touring.
So I guess you could say that Ducati made a Harley for cool kids. Not only does it look cooler, to my eyes anyway, it also has something equivalent Harleys don't. Absolute shed loads of power. This thing flies. It's a bit of a nutcase really. It's got a 1.1 litre V4 4-cylinder engine, which is as big as the engine in my first car. It's got 168 horsepower, which is way more power than I had in my first hot hatch. And it is, to put it very mildly, very, very rapid.
Compare it to a Harley-Davidson Sportster S, for example, which only makes 121 horsepower, and it's not even close. The Xdiavel has no problem whatsoever melting your face with its performance. I guarantee it.
I also guarantee that you're missing out if you don't have this on your phone. It's the Autotrader app. And not only will it help you sell your car, but it will also help you choose from nearly 500,000 cars in the UK, new as well as used. And if you're not into cars, it also has bikes, vans, motorhomes, e-bikes, trucks, even plant and farm machinery. I don't know what that is, but I really want to drift it. Oh, and the app also has dark mode, so you can do it at night. Download it from the App Store or Google Play Store right now. It's also very, very, very pretty. Although pretty is maybe the wrong word. It's handsome. This is an athletic looking bike. It's almost like a concept bike that made it into reality. It's stunning to look at. Classic Ducati anyway, isn't it? Now, the best bit for me has got to be this exposed rear wheel. I mean, look at that. It just kind of sits below the pillion seat, where if you got on that, you got to feel pretty exposed, wouldn't you? I wouldn't put anyone I love on this back seat, because if they fell off and onto that, it's not going to end well, let's face it. Still, anything for good looks. It's also got a single-sided swing arm. That's the bit that holds onto the rear wheel, and that means that the other side of the wheel is completely exposed, so you can get a really good look at this lovely diamond cut alloy wheel, 17 inches, and the size of the tire is ridiculous, 240 section. That's bigger than your car, trust me. And then this thing, look at that, a quad grenade launcher for an exhaust, which looks and sounds absolutely fantastic. And then if we go to the front of the bike, look at the lean angle on these front forks. It's just leaning all the way back. Like I said, it looks like a concept bike, it really does. And then the coup de grace, is that a phrase? Anyway, just take a look at these headlights. Very, very cool, very distinctive DRLs, but also distinctive are these, the indicators, look at that. They're actually animated, they're cascading. Normally like what you get on a car, not just at the front, but also at the rear. It's a stunning looking bike. Can't stop looking at it. So, is it just a pretty face? Well, let's break it down. Riding this is slightly strange at first, I'll be honest. I'm used to swinging my leg over Ducatis and having my knees tucked up behind me, but on this, my legs are really far forward, and that makes it really quite comfortable actually, and I'm enjoying this seat as well. It's a bike that you can spend plenty of time on when you're just cruising around. One slight issue though, it's not the best in the corners. You're not going to be getting your knee or your elbow down on this, believe me. It doesn't really like extreme angles, this bike. Get a bit too greedy in the bends and your pegs might scrape along the floor, or your camera. And actually it's quite scary when that happens. In fact, people have told me that when you're in first gear and you lean to the left, the gear selector can hit the floor, pitch upwards and throw you from first into neutral, at which point you try and accelerate and you just grab a handful of revs going nowhere fast. Not ideal. But you don't make that mistake too many times. You do learn to keep it reasonably upright and just waft along. Most bikes of this sort will have some kind of windscreen to deflect the worst of the wind, and you can get one as an option here for £270, but as standard, the wind deflector is your chest. And that's okay at low and medium speed, but when you wind the power on, this thing accelerates so brutally and so quickly. I mean, it feels like a sports bike in a straight line. It's shocking. And then you get hit in the chest with the wind. You really have to hang on for dear life. You can try ducking down to become more in line with the slipstream, but when you tuck in, it just seems to get worse. You get even more beaten up by the wind. And it happens with your leg as well. Open your legs a little bit too much and they get caught in the wind and they can pull your feet off the pegs. That wouldn't happen on a sports bike because you're all tucked up. But on this thing, it's so fast, your body is basically a kite. Also, if your leg's been pulled off the peg, it's quite hard to change gear. But there's another slight issue I've noticed with the gear change. The quick shift is very good. Push and pull with your feet to go up and down the box. But going from second to first, you do have to be quite aggressive with it, otherwise you end up in neutral. Annoying.
And there are other annoyances, including the price, £26,000, more than your average small car. Is it good value? Well, the looks alone justify the money in my eyes, and it has an endless list of safety features, including a 6-axis IMU that provides wheelie control, cornering ABS, traction control, and there are other luxuries like cruise control and heated grips. Sadly though, the Xdiavel has no reverse gear, which means maneuvering it isn't exactly easy.
So the thing weighs 229 kilograms, which is massive. And therefore, if I was to do something simple like doing a 3-point turn, it's not very easy. So I'll give it a go. Here we go. Going forward isn't too bad, but then going backwards, especially up a slight incline where I am now, you have to use your whole body weight to get the thing moving, hoping it doesn't fall on top of you. And then, again, up a hill, lean forward, hope you got enough grip, and then push it with all your might to get it moving. Yeah, it's an absolute brute, this thing, and it does run the risk of falling over, hopefully not on top of you. There's a lot of big bikes like a Honda Goldwing or certain BMWs that have a reverse gear, and this thing is absolutely begging for one. Whew. But hey, at least it's a good cruiser, right? To be perfectly honest, yeah, it is. I do like the slightly more laid-back approach to this bike compared to other Ducatis, and there's something really appealing about the seating position when you're just cruising, which is how most people are going to enjoy this bike.
And the beauty of this is that you can ride the Xdiavel on your terms, slowly enjoying its comfort on a surge of torque, or you can terrify yourself with some of the most frightening acceleration you'll encounter on any vehicle, two wheels or otherwise.
It's pretty unforgettable, this thing. Dripping with personality. I'm not sure if it'll appeal to the core Ducati audience or if it's quite going to attract dyed-in-the-wool Harley fans, but I'll tell you what, it's got me interested. It is massively charming and addictive. A stunning blend of muscle cruiser and art piece. It's a rule-breaking, head-turning, torque-slinging cruiser with soul. If this is what Ducati does when they go off script, maybe they should do it more often.